We've got an addition to the family. I don't know if this is an upgrade or a downgrade. We'll get on the other side of it so that it can be in the sun. I'm sure you guys already know what it is if you looked at the thumbnail. It's a brand new trailer. Brand new, pre-owned. It actually is brand new though, which is pretty sweet. This is the first new big trailer that I've ever had. It's an ATC, which means it's a three-wheeler. Actually, it means aluminum trailer company. Now, from what I understand, these are the best trailers. ATC is like really good name in the biz. Don't know if that's true or not because the salesperson told me, and of course they're going to tell me whatever I want to hear, so that I buy the trailer. Now, but for real, I think these actually are really nice. You guys have to let me know in the comments. Is that true? Is ATC good? But I told a couple people that I was getting an ATC, and they were like, "Oh, money bags." These things aren't really the cheapest trailer, but I think it's worth it. I'll show you guys why I think that, or at least what they told me at the dealer. It's a 7.5 by 14 plus 2. So 14 plus 2 means it's a 14 foot, like traditionally, and then you get an extra 2 feet with the V in the front. So it would be like a 7 by 14, and you just get a little bit of extra. I think pretty much like all new trailers now are the V cut, which is nice. That's a big reason why I wanted this. It's pretty bare bones in here, dude. There's 4 little, I think these are called C-channel. And I'm a little bit like, how much weight can that really hold? There's 2 screws holding that in. That's all it's got is 4 of those. Out of the box, it's pretty bare bones. Got the one door right here. It's kind of narrow. I think it's like a 2.5 foot door, which is standard, and one tiny, sad little dome light. Now, if you guys followed the trailer series where I think I called it like building the ultimate workshop or something. We made it super, super bright. So it's like, in a lot of ways, this really is a downgrade because the old trailer is actually really legit, and it's not even like I went back and forth a lot with, you know, if this was a good idea or not, and ultimately I think it is probably a good move. The old one is just too big. It's a Shadow Master, which actually what's really interesting is when I went to the dealership and told them about, you know, the trailer that I have, I said a Shadow Master, and they were like, dude, Shadow Master, like back in the day, because they're actually out of business now, Shadow Master was like the ATC, you know, back when in their prime. I didn't even know that. And apparently this trailer is actually pretty special. Like, not only like the way it looks and stuff, but the frame and everything. It's got, at the time, these were, I don't know if you know, like revolutionary is the right word, but I think they were like the higher grade. I don't know if it's like a boxed frame, or the lady was telling me at the trailer place, but they were telling me all these stats about this thing, and I can see actually why this trailer would be more expensive, which was cool because I'm going to be selling this trailer. And I was looking on Marketplace and stuff, and I was like, you know, I'm not really sure how much I can get for this thing. And, you know, if you go on there, it's an 8.5 by 20. You see 8.5 by 20s on there, you know, from like $3,500 all the way up to 20 grand. It really depends how they're fit, or how they're outfitted and stuff. But this one has like the diamond plating, all the trim and everything, the little, I don't know what you call those things, like the couplers or whatever. So when you drive over the ramp, it's nice and smooth. It's got I think it's called a dovetail, where the trailer actually curves down so that you can drive a low profile car in here. It's got the plating on the back, the walls, it's got the really bright lights, the heat and air conditioner. It's got an actual ceiling. There's a vanity back here. It's like a really nice trailer. And then of course we've got the LED strips that I put in here on both sides. If you guys saw the video when I did this, man, it's ultra, ultra bright at nighttime. Then of course you got the shop lights on both sides. There's another shop light up here that illuminates the door. I put another one in up under here. And then we've got all the like cabinets and drawers and stuff. It really is an awesome trailer. And then all the outlets, I put these in with my pop. They're updated outlets with the USB. And there's another one back here. Just like really convenient if you've got to do work. It's got the USBs also. You know, if you're out at the track or at the dunes or whatever and you have to do work, all this stuff, and of course all the E-track and stuff, I put all that stuff in. And the coin floor, the rubber coin floor, which all of this stuff is just super nice. I did all the trim. Really awesome trailer. So for that reason, you can imagine I was kind of like, man, do I really want to get rid of this thing? And then just like the workbench and all, it's just really nice. But the big thing with it is that It's just heavy. It's like over I forget what it is exactly. It's around 4,000 pounds unloaded. It's just a heavy trailer. It's a big trailer. And for what I do, I've never used the air conditioner and heater. Oh, there's an outlet up here too. But I've only used this, I think, 2 times, 2 nights. When I went to Badlands when I first built it. And it was just because like I really wanted to use it. I put a mattress in here and I slept and just used the AC, which is nice. But other than that, I just never use it. And I dread taking this thing on the road. So I just end up not using it. So much so that I actually bought an open trailer just to avoid taking this thing. So my idea is the ATC, which again, that's Aluminum Trailer Company. It's an aluminum trailer. It's less than half of the weight of this one. So believe it or not, the 45-minute drive home, I got 16.8 miles per gallon with it. And, you know, granted it's empty, but I don't think it's so much the weight. Obviously that's gonna help, but I really do think it's because it's got that V-nose in the front and it's also got the sloped roof. That's supposed to help with aerodynamics. The old trailer is like a billboard in the front. And again, nothing actually wrong with that trailer, but just for like fuel economy and stuff, and I don't have like a big diesel truck that I'm towing it with. So for me, it's overkill. And I was trying to think of ways that I could like lower the weight. I was like, well, what if I take the bench out? And what if I do this? And I'm like, you know what, man, I'm just making all this extra work. I think it makes sense to sell the old one and just get something that's gonna fit, you know, what I need better. And this is really it. So it's much easier to drive. That's 1 foot narrower than the old one and 6 feet shorter. And you really do notice it when you're driving. It's just a lot nicer to drive. So I do plan to put floors in there. Probably gonna paint the walls. And, you know, over time, I definitely want to upgrade the lighting because we've just got that one little dome light in there. That's like a joke. I don't know if you guys remember, but there's like a strip of LEDs all the way around the outside of the Shadow Master. I want to do the same thing in this one because that's a really cheap thing to do. It's just time consuming and you got to set it up, but it's really nice. And because they have this aluminum trim all the way around here, I can put it all the way along that, and I can even run it either along the bottom of this or I could run it along this right here. And that really helps with illuminating. And maybe I'll put some of those LED strips like right along this or something. That's not a difficult thing to do. But then again, I'll probably do the same coin floor in here. And the walls, I think I'm just gonna paint. It doesn't have to be crazy. These walls are really nice though because I'm not sure how thick these are, but I think it's like 3/4 of an inch plywood, but you can, you know, screw E-track right into those and it'll be super solid. It should be really nice. Okay, so I have all of the machines out, not all of them, but a lot of them. They're just kind of laying out here. I got the Suzuki up there. I'm getting ready for the Badlands trip, which is in a couple days here. What I want to bring is the Suzuki, the Kawasaki. That's probably what I'm going to be riding most of the time. And I'm thinking about bringing the KTM. This is the next project. This is the 350 XCF. You can see there is no engine in there. Pretty cool bike. Engine's blown up. It's in a bunch of boxes and stuff. So that's going to be a really cool build right up my alley, basically a basket case. And then I was either thinking to bring that or possibly bringing the Grape Ape because I could actually ride that out there. But I've had the Grape Ape at Badlands, and I think it might be cool because I'm actually going to have a display out there. It might be cool to have like the project that I just finished and the project that's next in line, so people can come out and they can see what it was or what it is now. But you know, once it's done, they'll be able to say like, oh dude, I saw that when he first got it and it was total junk. But yeah, so I'm thinking about bringing those things. I want to put like kind of stage it in there because I have to get, I'm leaving in a couple days here, but I ordered some small E-track things to put down. I have to. There's no way with those 4 lousy hookups. I wouldn't even trust it, man. I think you could probably hook up 2 quads if you put them, you know, one in the back and one in the front, and then did like a bunch of like cross strapping or whatever you want to call it. But I just don't know how much weight those things can hold. So yeah, the Z400 is the one quad, and then I'm actually planning to bring a Quadzilla also, which isn't mine. If you guys follow the channel Garage MC, we went riding not quite a week ago, almost a week ago. His name's Matt. A really cool guy. He's got a Quadzilla that he just bought not too long ago, and he's thinking about flying out to the Badlands because I'm going to be out there for an extended period of time. He can't come for the whole trip, so I might bring the Quadzilla, and then he can fly out, and he'll have his machine to ride there. And if he doesn't come out, the Quadzilla is cool, and it'll look cool right next to this Z400. So those, I'll have 2 quads that I'm planning to bring, and then the 2 bikes, but it could just be the 1 quad and the 1 bike really is really all I need to bring. So basically, I'm planning to just get this thing, you know, good enough that I can bring what we need out there, and then later on, I can do like the floor and everything, because that's gonna take a lot of time, obviously. Not gonna get that done before the trip. So let's see, I have an idea how to get the 2 dirt bikes in up at the front, basically the same way that I load them in the pickup truck. And I just kind of want to mock this up so that when the E-Track gets here tomorrow, I'll already have the spots where I'm putting it. We'll just squeeze in between this mint condition Corvette and get her on up here. I'm just gonna wedge these bastards up in the V-nose up here. And I think I can cross strap these with just 2 straps, just like I do in the pickup. Kind of defeats the purpose of having a door here because it's going to be blocked. But again, the idea of this is just to get through this trip, and then I will do, you know, we'll have a better setup later on, because I want to do the floors and stuff before I do E-Track and whatnot. Dude, I feel totally spoiled. These are like the best straps. These Rhino USA ones. My buddy Matt got those for me. Mechanical Hulk, you guys have probably seen him on the channel. But these are tied up pretty nice. Same way that I do it in the truck. It's like the, I call it the X method. You get the 2 front tires pushing against each other, and then you do it right from the pegs. When you load it at the pegs, it kind of puts a load on both the front and back suspension, and it makes it so that, like, if you just do the front, sometimes I feel like the back end can bounce around. I mean, it could still do that this way, but it's a lot less likely. They're nice and tight, not rubbing up against the wall or anything. It's actually pretty perfect. And I have this piece of cardboard up here because the fork seals on the KTM leak. So I think pretty much all the oil has dripped out of them, but just in case, that cardboard will keep this beautiful marble floor from getting stained. So I think, and what's nice about this too, the way that this little X here, this is pretty tight. Like, I could probably put a bin or something in there, and then on this side, I've got a little bit of storage there, and then over here on the door side, same thing. So if I have, like, I want to put, like, my gas cans or something like that, that should work pretty well. And again, I'm going to be changing all of this. This is just to make it through the trip. So I think what I'm going to do is pull the Z400 right up here in the middle. So loud in here. Tell you what, man, I love a good challenge. If I knew that these tie down points were bulletproof, I think that we could do this entire thing with just these 4 points. So the Z400 is tucked up nicely in between the bikes, and I could definitely take the front bumper and tie it across to that point down there, and then tie it over here to this point, have the front end tied down, and then in the back, we could probably take one from here and come up to, you know, I could probably wrap it around the side and go to the foot peg, and then the Z400 would be tied down, and then right back here we could put the Quadzilla, and I'm sure from the front wheel we could probably tie it right to the Z400, and then from the back just tie it to these 2 loopholes here. But again, I feel like that is not a safe method to have 4 freaking machines all tied down by these little rinky-dink screws, 2 of them in each one. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if that would hold, but I'm just not willing to risk it. Imagine 4 machines bouncing around back here. That would not be good, especially because the Quadzilla isn't even mine. That would not be good at all. So anyways, the Quadzilla is stock, and they are 76 inches. I just know that off the top of my head, you know. Yeah, I looked it up, but it's stock length, so it doesn't look like we're going to be able to fit it this way. We've got about 65 inches behind the Z400. So probably what we'll have to do is put it in sideways here. And yeah, we've got plenty of room sideways. So we'll be able to fit it in here, man. But we're going to be maxing out all of our space here. So I think for our temporary tie downs, I'm just going to go in between either halfway, so we've got the, you know, like basically we've got the box format, the 4 corners. I think we'll go halfway and put one right there, and then another one right there, and then possibly maybe one like right in the middle up here, so I can tie the bumper straight down in the front, and then back here, that one in the middle They're like double E-track pieces. There's 2 E-track slots, so I can put one strap holding each side of the axle of the Z400, and then the other strap, or the other slot will go to one half of the Quadzilla, and then these 2 points will go to the other half of the Quadzilla, and that's really all I think I need. Absolute bare minimum to make sure that we get this trip done, and then we'll do the floors and all that shit at another time. So I'm gonna go out to the Badlands. I'm gonna bring these plastics here. I'm just kind of mentioning this because they're laying out. I wasn't sure what to do with these things. They're the original plastics, and I'm like, man, they're junk. I don't know that anybody would actually use these. And I noticed with the like the eBay store, I had been like signing takeoff parts that came off of the original Z400, and the fenders are way too big. And I was thinking of maybe bringing those fenders and cutting them up like big pieces of the fenders and signing them and just giving them to fans. So like if you're out there, you know, you can have a signed piece of the Z400. I don't know if that's stupid or not, but I figured I'd bring it out there. If nobody wants it, I'll just toss those plastics. I can't really see a use for them. They're so sun faded and everything. I don't think anybody could really reuse those. And then I have the original frame here. I scrapped all the other stuff, and I was going to scrap this too. And then I was like, you know what, man? This would actually look really cool next to the refinished quad, because this really shows the condition of what it was, just how rotted away it is and everything. You can see I actually cut the VIN plate out of it. I was going to make like a little plaque or like a kind of like a special thing with the original VIN plate of the Z400. So I'll probably bring that out there just to have it next to the quad, and then it'll get scrapped. Otherwise, it's just gonna be me out there, man. So I will be there. It's June 8th at the Badlands. It's in Attica, Indiana. I was out there last year. There's gonna be some other creators there. Power Sports Nation is gonna be there. It's an awesome time, man. It doesn't matter what you ride. If you're a dirt bike guy, bring your dirt bike. If you're a quad guy, bring your quad guy. If you're a utility guy, bring your utility side by side. I don't think you bring a motorcycle unless you got like off-road tires, but shit, man, I've seen some interesting vehicles at the Badlands. It's just an awesome time. Last year they had Lit, and there was another band, I can't remember who it was, but they have like good name bands and good food. It's just a really good time. It was awesome last year. It rained, and it was still an amazing time. So it can only go up from here, man. Even if there's bad weather, it's still gonna be an awesome time. And if there's better weather, it's gonna be an even better time. So again, that's Attica, Indiana. I'll be there June 8th. Come see the machines. If I'm running around and I'm super busy, go check the machines out. Don't be afraid to come up and say hi. And that's it, guys. So I got to get to packing here. I got to get some videos edited because I want to try to get a video uploaded and scheduled. So, because I'm going to be away for probably 9 or 10 days. So I want to try to get something in the system and uploaded so that it'll automatically post for you guys, so you have some content when I'm gone. So I'll see you guys around. Peace out.